This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Sooners offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. They'll try the toss to the left. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Missouri's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Bryant. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. At the 20, he's got space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football.
Nothing but green ahead. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Missouri! Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooner. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The give to the back. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Missouri wants to go fast. Out of the shotgun on third down. Oh, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Allison. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Reading the option, it's Ramirez. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Now on the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Will took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes a connection. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. Almost came up with a turnover. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wide out in motion. The give to the back.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
On the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Give to the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Ramirez. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments and find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Oklahoma, 21, Missouri, 7.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Zings it complete to the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking for a man. It's Ramirez. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he put on the punt return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings.
Off he goes! And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Dances away from one. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job.
And the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. Missouri wants to go fast. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
This has been a rough night for this offensive. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back goes in motion. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Ramirez. Buys a little time. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Missouri gets to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. He picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Ramirez. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sack him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll try the run. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooner! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Open runway ahead.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. He's looking downfield to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much.
Going for it all. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Try to get it to the edge. Finds a crease at the 20. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
On the option. Now the pitch. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Power football with the run. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that run.
Caught in the backfield. It's Allison. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the point after is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute good.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give to the big fullback. The Sooners get enough for the first down.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
The give to the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.